This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They go play action with Wilson. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. This is Carson. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
From the 41, Wilson. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble, and the Falcons grab it. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S, ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Here we go.
Here's Patterson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. They went with the run-pass option, and I don't know if the option really mattered there because the defense was ready.
So many times you put the defense at a disadvantage because you have those multiple options, but when they read their keys and play it correctly, sometimes the result goes in their favor.
Now Watson. That's Cordero Patterson hauling it in. And he's going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
Yeah, we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got a turnover? We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll make it 2nd down. They run with Patterson, and he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Faking the give, now Watson. And oh, that nearly an opening drive INT, but it does fall incomplete. Not the way you wanted to start this ball game as it brings up 4th down. And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on 4th down. They will indeed snap it to Watson. Oh, he's got his tight end pitch complete. And the Falcons are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
I didn't like the play call. I loved it. Running situation for sure on 4th and short. They got the defense to commit too many men in the box to stop the run and have the guts to go for the pass instead. And as a result, they're set up 1st and goal.
Out to his left. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
From the 2 now, second and goal. Davis is into the end zone. It's a Falcons touchdown. Just power football there down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible. But all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Koo able to connect on the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Well, you normally talk about the mobility and the accuracy first, but the arm strength, that's what can turn Russ into danger Russ.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. And their worst fears weren't realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown. Russell Gage, 60 yards. And the Falcons on just 2 plays have taken the lead. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They'll need to come from behind if they want to play in 2 weeks as they trail early in this NFC Championship game. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that's caught inside the 30. And he takes this thing way down into Atlanta territory. It's a big play there for Seattle.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. A good run, 8 yards there, and it'll be 2nd and goal. That's what they wanted out of that first down play. Run it down there. Now they're knocking on the door.
The only thing that would have been better was getting it in. And now they can do whatever they want because they've got confidence on their side. Line up quickly and go, or savor it a little bit, but I run right back at them.
And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. It's a loss of 2. Now 3rd down. gun. Here's Wilson. Touchdown, Seahawks. DK Metcalf with his second touchdown of this opening quarter. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up. Myers connects on the PAT. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides of this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Off of play action, it's Watson. Going deep downfield for Ross. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
Well, partner, I guess that answers the question about whether they're going to sit on it or not.
It does. Now we'll see if they try that again.
Yeah, I think what we find on plays like that, when you take that shot, if you're unsuccessful, then you go way more conservative to finish the half, you know? I think that's the way they'll go.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. These two teams all tied after one. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the...
Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Duron Harmon, and he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. Well, he's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that. But
Worcester picks, and he's got him. Touchdown, Atlanta. Kyle Pitts there to make the grab. And the Falcons on one play have taken the lead. Koo able to connect on the extra point. And the lead is now 21-14. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time, one play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action.
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. To throw is Wilson. Out left, he's got it to Everett. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
That's a nice catch there. Remember, he had the fumble earlier. No way he was giving up the ball in that situation. Secured it tight to his body and picks up the first down.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
On 2nd down, it's Carson. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. From midfield now, here's Wilson. Dumps this one off to Chris Carson. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game? That's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And
he's got a man, complete. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. A big connection on that one. 32 yards. So after the big play, look at this. All the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. Now a give right side. Carson. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
Play action. Now Wilson. Rolling to his left. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
He's brought down by Deion Jones. A gain of 2 brings up 3rd and less than a yard.
This will be the 8th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and inches. They run it with Carson. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2.
I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just 3rd and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play. Just go pick up the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
It is definitely hard to find space near the goal line. You always want to have a guy in the game running it who can create his own.
2nd and goal from the 1. Carson. And this time he is in.
Yes.
Chris Carson taking it in from a yard out. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point up and through by Myers. And we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offense's sails because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
On 2nd down now, it's Patterson. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for 1st. Here's Watson. He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts. And he is going to have a Falcons first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is that
Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage. But I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
On 2nd and a long way to go. Watson. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. throw out right, taken in by Patterson. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return, and it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10. Meanwhile, Wilson's throw caught here by Metcalf. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So you got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
He's going to launch this thing way downfield. Complete at the 1. Touchdown! Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Seahawks are going to take the lead. Myers connects on the PAT. And they will take a 7-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson airing it out, looking for Ridley. And that is incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Now a play fake, and it's Watson. And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a 4th down.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. That's taken in by Eskridge, complete. Puts it on the carpet, it's out, and the Falcons grab it. And this is going to be brought back. It's a scoop and score for the Falcon TD. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DK Metcalf saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Seahawks get the quick strike touchdown. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead now up to 14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw, Watson. That's caught left side, the tight end Pitts. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. Watson, off play action. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. They're going for it. It's Watson. That's to his running back, complete. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Catch is made by Metcalf. Touchdown, Seahawks. DK Metcalf in the final seconds of the first half. And the Seahawks continue to pull the playoff surprise as they lead big here on the road. Myers connects on the PAT, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And he will be out of bounds with no time remaining on what will be the final action of this first half. So we've reached halftime here in the NFC Championship. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they have work to do in this second half if they want to earn that berth to the Super Bowl.
And I'm pretty sure this is where their coaches at halftime were saying don't panic, and then demonstrating it by not making a lot of drastic changes to the game plan. Let's just get back to doing what we've been doing all year long. That should be more than good enough.
A good gain on first has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. And he's got it to Patterson, complete. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
You got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
On 2nd and 11 now, Watson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Sidney Jones. And the Seahawks will take over possession here up at the 44. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now 1st and 10 at their own 44. Throwing to start the drive. Wilson, he sets to fire deep. And incomplete on the deep ball.
After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down. This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Now a give right side. Patterson. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. 3rd and 2, Watson. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Cordero Patterson there to make the grab. And the Falcons use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
On 3rd down, Wilson. He's going to wind up and air it out. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Now here's Michael Dixon. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Seahawks have picked it up.
I don't know why, but it's always agonizing to me to see a guy make a mistake in this phase of the game because you can it's all on him. All eyes there. He's got a chance to make a punt return, and instead he ends up putting it on the carpet.
Puts it on the carpet. The little rubber pellets shoot up. Never a good sign for a returner on this field turf surface.
No, not at all. And a bunch of them go up when they're all trying to get to the football, don't they?
On 2nd and 7, Wilson. This complete to Lockett.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
3rd and 2, now Wilson. Flushed out right. That's going to be caught. Touchdown. Tyler Lockett, 27 yards. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit.
Cordero Patterson! Touchdown, Falcons! Cordero Patterson, 81 yards, and the Falcons get a bit closer. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and the lead will be cut down to 14. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He gives it off to Carson. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They run again with Carson. And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29. Well, we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice.
And shedding the tackle, and now some room. Touchdown, Seahawks. Gerald Everett, 71 yards. Yeah, the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. On this stage, conference championship game, every play is magnified, and that was a big play.
No doubt about it. One thing that has these guys a step away from a shot in the big game, their big play ability. They can strike from anywhere.
Myers connects on the PAT, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1 play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1 play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. We're in the 3rd quarter of the NFC title game. This is 2nd and 10. To throw is Watson. He'll buy some time right. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
And the end result of that play, you're almost not sure what you really want, because when he gets outside of the pocket, you actually hold your breath because you think he's going to run for big yardage. But when he chose to pull it down and throw it, and a play was made to knock it away, that's a pretty good end result. Not one.
And now Watson throws another interception. Picked off by Blesson Austin. So the deep ball giveth, and now the deep ball taketh away.
Man, you're getting deep on me here. I like that. Going to the next level in what you're thinking. And when you think about all the success he's had throwing the football so far, sometimes when you're doing that, you think you're invincible out there. But he was given a cold dose of reality on that throw.
On first down, it's Carson. He'll get it to the 40. He broke a tackle there, but couldn't get much further. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now it's Wilson. He's got his man. That's Everett, the tight end. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Here's Wilson. Touchdown! Gerald Everett, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Seahawks get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Falcons 35. Michael Dixon, the kickoff for Seattle.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 1 quarter remains until the NFC crowns its champion. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. He's going to take a shot for the end zone.
And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball and could not hang on. 2nd down coming up.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. And that is caught. It's Ridley. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Watson. Open man is Ross, complete. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. Now Watson. Looking middle, and that's complete. They're able to hold him to 3 there, and that leads to a 4th and goal. Desperation time. Watson on 4th down. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They'll start out on the ground with Carson. Solid footwork, but not able to get a whole lot. Brought down shy of the 10. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
They go back to Carson here on 2nd.
And just not much to be had there. 1 yard out to the 10.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we ask head coaches about it, hey, why don't you take your quarterback out when the game's in hand? They just kind of give us that look like that's what he's paid to do. So it's a very unusual situation. I'd want him out. They tend to leave him in.
Now it's Carson. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there.
55 rushing yards rushing for him now to this point.
A gain of 10 brings up 2nd and 5.
They go back to Carson here on 2nd.
And he'll get this up only to about the 33. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to shoot.
Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet, and the Falcons grab it. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused, because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
Now a 1st down throw, Watson. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Touchdown, Falcons. Hayden Hurst, an 11-yard touchdown.
And the Falcons get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter.
And they fake it. They pitch to the tight end. And that one goes virtually nowhere. Tried to fake extra point, but nothing comes of it.
Okay, they went for the fake off of the extra point attempt. It's a long way to go, and they didn't get there. Didn't get it completed successfully. Did someone dare them to do that? Did someone double dog dare them to do that? What was
maybe
that?
they saw something on film, but do you see something on film with those to try something from the 15 on a PAT? I don't know.
The only thing they needed to see on film there was a snap, a hold, and someone kicking the ball through the post.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. I'm sure the message as they come out onto the field was, hey, take care of the football, because the fumble last possession led to a touchdown. Still a 3-score game, though.
You don't want things to start to snowball. You know, one error leads to another, which leads to another. And then all of a sudden you're fighting for your life down the stretch instead of finishing the game in style, which is what they're trying to do on this drive.
That would be a pretty amazing comeback. But we've seen crazier things happen in the National Football League.
We certainly have. That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
To throw is Wilson. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shut. And shutting him off. Now open field. And they will finally get him down, but not before he takes this to the Falcons' 8. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. from the 9. Here's 2nd and goal. And they take a knee. And now can they reverse the trend on 3rd and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards? And they will take a knee here. And well, they could just run this clock out, but here is the field goal unit on 4th down. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. And well, they could just run this clock out, but here is the field goal unit on 4th down. And Myers able to knock it through, and that'll extend this lead now up to 25.
Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
And this isn't how they mapped out this AFC Championship game on their home turf, but it has been rough sledding pretty much from the start and on into this 4th quarter.
The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Watson now to throw. On the move to his left. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into his windows and just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a 2nd interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Quandre Diggs.
And the Seahawks come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over.
So, Charles, oh so close on one side to getting to that Super Bowl. Oftentimes, we just show the stage and the glitz and the glamour and the confetti. You sometimes forget about those guys going home. It's got to be tough.
It's got to be beyond tough, because finding a way to steel yourself, make that resolve to come back and do it again, because it took a lot of work just to get to this point. It's going to be a difficult offseason for them. Let's see how they bounce back.